The North American F-100 Super Sabre was a supersonic jet fighter aircraft that served with the United States Air Force from 1954 to 1971 and with the Air National Guard until 1979. In January of 1951, North American Aviation delivered an unsolicited proposal for a supersonic day fighter. The mock-up was inspected on July 7, 1951, and was accepted as the F-100 on November 30, 1951. The first production F-100A flew on October 9, 1953. The F-100A officially entered United States Air Force service on September 27, 1954. On April 16, 1961, 6 Super Sabres were deployed from Clark Air Base in the Philippines to Don Muang Airfield in Thailand. These were the first F-100s to enter combat in Southeast Asia. The F-100's wartime operations came to an end on July 31, 1971. By 1972, the F-100 was mostly phased out of active Air Force service and turned over to the Air National Guard. All were eventually replaced by the F-4 Phantom II, A-7 Corsair II, and A-10 Thunderbolt II, with the last F-100 retiring in 1979. 2,294 F-100 aircraft in 18 different variants were produced by North American Aviation between 1953 and 1959. The F-100D Super Sabre, located at the MAPS Air Museum, was manufactured by North American Aviation in Inglewood, California, and delivered to the United States Air Force on June 19, 1957, with serial number 56-3081. During its active duty career, 56-3081 was assigned to stateside units in New Mexico, North Carolina, California, Arizona, Kansas, and Louisiana. In April of 1967, the F-100D went to Vietnam, with assignments at bases in Bien Hoa, Phan Rang, and Tuy Hoa. Other overseas assignments included Taiwan and Turkey. In April of 1972, the F-100D was transferred to the Air National Guard and assigned to units in Ohio, Iowa, and Missouri. In November of 1978, the F-100D was retired and sent to the Military Aircraft Storage and Disposition Center at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Arizona. 10 years later, the F-100D was recovered by the Air Force and converted to a QF-100D target drone. The left wing was damaged while flying in this program. In June of 1998, the airframe was shipped to the Florida Military Aviation Museum in Clearwater, Florida. When the museum closed, 56-3081 was disassembled and sent to a swampy field south of Winter Haven, Florida. In 2004, a MAPS team traveled to Florida to prepare the aircraft along with 2 other aircraft for transport back to MAPS. Disassembly started on November 12, 2004, with arrival at MAPS on November 16, 2004. Restoration started in June of 2005. The restored aircraft was dedicated on June 17, 2012. The aircraft on display is an F-100D Super Sabre, serial number 56-3081, painted and marked as it was while assigned to the 35th Tactical Fighter Squadron at Phan Rang Air Base, Vietnam in 1969. This Vietnam combat veteran is on loan from the National Museum of the United States Air Force, located at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio.